Hello all and welcome to my channel where I'm just this random guy on YouTube with a finance and accounting degree that's just trying to help you build wealth and get better with money. In today's video, I want to discuss this controversial comment that Kamala Harris had recently said. I know, this seems like a lot of things these politicians say is just, woof, they're just so out of touch. But this one in particular had me puzzled. I can't believe she made this recommendation for people to help their kids to go to school. So before I play this video, guys, I really would appreciate it if you guys hit the like and subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, I would certainly get there. Let me not keep you waiting. Let's get straight to this crazy comment.
We know that home ownership is probably the most effective way to build intergenerational wealth. And it just is a fact.
Now, off the bat, I don't like that comment, okay? There's a lot of people out there right now that are trying to get homes and they're struggling to try to get homes and they're paying rent. And some people, unfortunately, that is going to be their life. Their life is going to be most likely just paying rent, okay? That's not ideal, but that is. But that does not mean, okay, that you're not going to be able to be wealthy. All right, you can still invest in the market. You can still get into real estate. There's so many things that you can do. So just saying strictly that having a home is the only way for you to build wealth. I mean, I understand there's people out there that is really their only way they're going to build wealth is through having all the equity within their home. But really, guys, that's your residence. Okay, either you live there or you have it as an investment, but having them both mixed in, because it's difficult to get that equity out. There will be a day where you're either going to need to sell the property to get that money to, basically for survival for during retirement times, or you could just pass it on to your kids. But still, I mean, it just sets a bad example to tell people that just getting your generational wealth is only going to be from your home. Especially now when home prices are ridiculously high and interest rates are ridiculously high. I can see people justifying it just by saying, well, in the future, I'm gonna be able to get wealth from my home, which is, by the way, guys, the equity in your home is not guaranteed. The economy could go up and down, it could go anywhere. You don't wanna have all of your wealth tied in to your home. That is not diversifying.
And as a parent and as a homeowner, if you have some equity in your home, you can say to your child, don't take out the loan. I'll take out some of the equity to help you pay for tuition so that you don't graduate with extraordinary student loan debt.
Wow. That's the comment that I heard people discussing on other forums, on Reddit and whatnot, where that really is the worst thing to do. And let me explain to you why. Number one, she is basically saying you should rob from your future. Okay, this is probably the only money you have for retirement, and she wants you to rob from your future and to get a loan. Okay, guys, in order to get that equity, you will need to get a second mortgage to pull that money out in order for you to pass it on to the kids or whatever the case may be. That is a horrible idea. You do not want to play with your money, risking your future based upon your kids' GPA, based upon the fact that they might not even like the school they're going to. And that leads me to my second point. Everyone that goes to college, sometimes they're going to just figure things out. And sometimes they figure out the degree they're going for might not be the right degree, so they switch up. So now going for 4 years, which, to be honest with you guys, college is never 4 years. It's usually like 5 years. But you could change your mind midway through it because you don't like the degree you're going for or the career that you believe your degree is going to give you. So you make that change and you go to a separate degree. That has happened a lot. I noticed that a lot when I was in college. Some people started out as an engineer and then they turned over and they went to finance or accounting. So that does happen. Or, you know what? They might not want to go to college anymore. But the fact is, since you pulled the equity from your home to help finance your kids' future, possibly finance their kids' future, you're putting a pressure on your kid that they do not need to have. You see, college is a place to experiment. You don't need to put all that pressure to make it feel like they have to go to school because of you. And even if they do go to school, okay, guys, think of it this way. They do go to school, they graduate, get the great job. Now they might feel like they owe you because you just basically mortgaged your whole future to your child. So now they have that burden of feeling like they have to pay you back or have to find some way to reward you back for what you did. And I get it, okay? I really do. As a parent, you do not want to see your kids struggle by going to college and having to pay all these tuition fees or getting student loans and for the rest of your life having to pay that. I got it. But there is options. One of the options is the kid could get a job. A lot of people do get a job during college, and you do not need to go full time. You go part-time, try to pay for community college or whatever college you're going to. Now, granted, I know so many people want a dorm and they want to have the excellent life, but maybe that's not for you. That's not in your cards. If it was, then you would have been saying for a 529 for your kid. That way they can enjoy that college experience and get that degree. But you don't want to try to make things as easy as possible for the kid, especially if your whole life you've been struggling, try to pay off your bills, provide a life for them, doing all those things, and now all of a sudden, you're just gonna give up the little wealth that you have to basically mortgage their future. It's not a good idea. That's why, guys, if you have kids right now, the number one thing you wanna do is start opening up a 529 plan. Okay, start putting money into a 529 plan. That way it could grow, and that money you could pay for your kids' expenses tax-free. Now, that's the ideal thing to do. Now, if you have a kid that's already in high school, and it's a little too late, you have no money in 529s, and that's okay. But have the conversation with them early and explain to them, hey, listen, unfortunately, I do not have the funds to pay for your college. Okay, it's gonna be very difficult. So we need to come up with a plan. Either you're gonna need to be applying for a bunch of scholarships to try to get some aid from the government, some Pell Grants or whatever it is to try to pay for your school, or you need to focus on your grades to make sure you're able to get even better scholarships. That way you might be able to get a free ride. Or the first 2 years you might be going to community college, and the last 2 years you can be going to university. And it cannot be out of state because it'd be too expensive. You want to keep it in state. Or if you want to go the route of going 4 years university, well then you're going to need to have to work and put some money into your tuition, and that will certainly help you out. But these are the conversations that you need to have. You do not need to do something as drastic as taking out a home line of equity in order to pay for your kid's school. It's the same thing as a student loan. There really is no difference. And that's why what she said is extremely wrong. I mean, I just can't believe rather than decreasing the cost of tuition, the price getting so ridiculous, that the first thing you want to do is say, hey, it's expensive, so let me take out a home line of equity and just pay for that off. And then now if the market crashes, now I'm underwater. It's just too much risk. So guys, what do you think? What do you think about her comment? Do you agree with her or disagree with her? Drop a comment down below because I would love to hear it. Catch you guys in my next video. Peace.